Whether or not you consider yourself religious, there is no denying the sanctity of a church. For many, as soon as they walk through a church's doors, a tremendous sense of peace washes over them, which is why it is all the more unsettling when that peace is disturbed, especially when that disturbance is caused by something paranormal. Two ghost hunters found this out firsthand when they investigated an abandoned church in Mississippi and heard, saw,
look, it's a head in the mirror,
and felt things
you eat up with scratches, dude,
that left them shaken for days. January 2020, in Wayne County, Mississippi. Two paranormal investigators set off to explore an abandoned church in the woods. The church was allegedly once the site of an attempted demonic conjuring and is now haunted by an evil presence. Kevin and Bob are here to see if there is any truth to that story.
Anybody in here? Cross them for yes, leave them up for no.
They begin with Bob holding some dowsing rods, used by some investigators as a simple way to detect a presence.
Anybody want to communicate? Cross them for yes.
At first, they get no response.
Trying to be untalkative tonight.
But then, listen carefully.
You hear something? That's my camera. What the did that just say, dude?
Right after Kevin's camera gives off a low battery notification,
You hear something?
a disembodied voice calls out for help. I'm stuck in here.
That's my camera. What the did that just say, dude? Where was that at? Is that somebody? No, that's that same demonic voice, dude. That's that same demonic voice.
My name is Kevin McLean, and I filmed the video. The voice happened. And we both like to have heart attacks because, number one, you think somebody has come in on you, a human being. And then number two, you realize it's not a human being. And number three, you don't realize if it's good or bad. And so it's very scary. It was very scary. I went and saw the camcorder, but the battery was drained. And that immediately I put two and two together and figured, hey, it probably drew the energy from the camcorder to speak like that.
Battery drainage is a pretty common effect on an investigation. The theory being that the entity needs as much energy as it can get a hold of to manifest or communicate somehow. These guys heard the disembodied voice with their ears.
What the did that just say, dude?
Somehow, the spirit had to generate enough energy to create a voice.
Kevin and Bob are freaked out, but determined to make further contact.
Can you speak again? What did you say? We heard you speak. Did you say you're stuck in here? Did you say something?
As they move deeper into the church, they suddenly come upon a mirror, said to be used by demons as doorways to hell.
Ooh, something just flew out of that mirror. Oh, this mirror is horrible. Yeah. Do you want to come out of that mirror? Do you want to show yourself?
Watch the top portion of the mirror closely.
Something just flashed in front of me.
Do you see it?
Oh, there's something growing out of the mirror.
A haunted, demonic face begins to appear.
Oh my God, dude. It's sitting there just staring at us. That's demonic. That is, look at its eyes.
We actually witnessed a demon in the mirror. And that blew my mind.
Oh God, why are you just standing there looking at us?
You see a face kind of coming at 3/4 of a profile at the top of the mirror. you start seeing its features get sharper and sharper and deeper, and then you start making out eyes and cheeks and the facial structure. And this investigator is doing a hell of a job just focusing in, and you could hear his voice, like he's like, I'm trying not to move, I'm trying not to panic.
Oh my God, dude. He's sitting there just staring at us.
Then as the face becomes clearer and clearer, it starts invoking a sense of fear within him.
I don't know how long I can keep this. I'm fixing to have a panic attack watching this.
That to me shows a parasitic energy that has been invoked for negative fear-mongering purposes to feed off of things like fear.
But if this is the face of a demon or parasitic energy, how did it get to the church in the first place? Kevin believes the answer to that question lies in something he found in the church during a previous visit.
The investigator that was there with me that day kept telling me he had been there before. And he kept telling me, man, you got to check this place out. It's haunted. I said, no, it's not. It's the church, you know? It's probably not haunted. And so we were going to go investigate that night. And so I went that day just to check it out. And that's when I found the circle of salt with the candle and the mirror. And so it's kind of a rumor, you know, but rumor become reality once we start investigating it.
So the objects that were found in this church, a mirror, candles, and circles of salt, to me, it means that whatever people were here, they were probably doing mirror scrying, which is when you summon a demon or some sort of like wise entity in the mirror so that you can communicate with them.
If you're practicing black magic with red candles, you're trying to invoke anger. You're invoking, you know, danger and bodily harm.
And in fact, just a few minutes later, Bob has a very sudden and painful physical sensation.
Are you serious? Body, you eat up with scratches, dude. I'm not kidding. It ain't just one. We're talking about 20 or 30. Oh my God.
When he pulled his shirt up, there was probably 40 scratches, up, down, sideways, everywhere. They were everywhere. And we were together the entire time.
Dude, you got on sideways, up, down, across.
Multiple scratches could imply that they are legion. It's multiple demonic spirits coming through.
I mean, they were horizontal and vertical, all over the place. I mean, what can do that in a few seconds?
It seems very aggressive, it seems violent, and if he felt threatened, it would suggest that there was a threatening presence in the room.
Kevin and Bob have all the evidence they need to convince them that this church is indeed haunted by a malevolent entity. They get out while the getting is good.
It's amazing what they've unleashed here in a church. You have to ask the question of why would you come in and do that in a church? They've unleashed something, and it ain't good.